But it was when she took on the role of host of Big Brother in 2000 that she was propelled to being one of the most recognizable faces in the UK. Her career has seen her present shows from The £1 Million Drop to The Jump, Long Lost Family, and This Time Next Year, which sees Davina meet people who want to make a big change to their life in 1 year before revealing whether they realize their dream. In November, it was announced Davina had split from her husband of 17 years, Matthew Robertson. But she isn't letting it hold her back. We caught up with a 50-year-old star, who's mum to Holly, 16, Dilly, 14, and Chester, 11, just before the new series kicks off to find out more. Hey Davina. So, there's a new series of This Time Next Year. Why do you think people love it so much? It's a really happy show. Something that everyone can relate to. There was one girl who came out with a speech impediment from a brain injury and she had to learn how to do everything all over again. She had to repeat the first letter of every word. She said, "By this time next year." And I thought she was going to say she wants to learn how to speak, but she said, "I want to find love." It's like a massive self-help group. You'll be able to relate to something in everybody's stories. This girl, who lost the love of her life, wanted to find love. There are others who want to have a baby. I was desperate to have children and wonder what I would do if someone told me I couldn't. I feel joy when someone walks out with a baby or a bump. I go, yeah. Do you feel nervous before they walk out after the year's up? You're never quite sure if it's going to work or not. But I want this experience to be a good experience for whoever walks through those doors. I'm excited. But I'm also confident in the fact that I'm going to make them feel okay about themselves. Even if they haven't achieved what they were going to do. I'm always impressed and grateful to people who don't succeed and come back and tell us about it. Because life is like that. Was there a story that really stood out for you this series? There was a really lovely story about a little baby that was born profoundly deaf and so they put in a cochlear implant. They follow the journey and it's very moving. She was really sweet and I love any opportunity to hold a baby. My children, whenever we go to Wagamama and there's a baby in there, are like, "How long is it till mom gets to the baby?" One really amazing thing about being famous is people let you hold their babies. You look exactly the same in the show, so it doesn't seem like it's been a year. Is that hard to do? I had to grow my hair as I wasn't sure how long my hair was. But my hairdresser had loads of pictures of my hair that he'd done the year before, so he just cut it exactly the same. I'd been tempted to get another tattoo, but I couldn't. I was going to get it on the other wrist and I thought everybody would notice. And you wore the same dress, yeah. I've got to still fit in the same dress. And that's annoying. Holly Willoughby gets a different dress every week on Dancing on Ice. I get the one bloody dress for the whole series. Do you feel like people trust you and that's why they do the show? I hope so. That would be the thing that I would like them to feel afterwards, that they've been sort of nurtured through the whole experience. It's full on coming out and making a pledge to people, and that's why people do it. They say to themselves, "If I don't do this in front of the nation, I'm not going to do it." Do you think the show has changed you as a person? I think it reignited this really big belief where I can see what goals do for people. Setting yourself an achievable goal and doing it, it's like a no-brainer. Everyone should be setting themselves little goals all the time. Instagram your story. Be inspirational, show other people how you did it. I think social media is amazing. I follow loads of people that I'm forever going, "Well, if she can do it, I can do it." Do you have a goal? Yeah. I'm training to become a PT, which is harder than I thought. Again. I think sharing that is quite a good thing. It's a challenge for me. I like being challenged. Do you get your kids eating right and exercising with you? What I try and do with my children is stuff that will encourage them to be fit and healthy. But I try to think that with children it's so much with attraction rather than promotion. The minute you start going, come on, you've got to come and do this with me. Come on, we're going to do that. They're like, oh, God. No. The show is so emotional. Do you find you cry a lot? You know what's interesting, as I've got older and my children have got older, I do really try to keep it together for the kids. I think it's important. There are times when mummy's allowed to lose it and there are other times when mummy really needs to keep it together because everybody else is losing it. I used to cry a lot more in my 20s. But now what happens is there's a trigger and I'm off, and I love it. It's the best feeling in the world. Because I'm not allowed to cry during the interviews for Long Lost Family, but when I watch it back, I sit down with my tea and tissues and let the crying begin. I need it. It's a good release. Sometimes I'll cry because I'm so happy. Or if I'm really proud of the kids, I often want to tear up. We go to Disney every other year, and the last time we went the kids laughed at me so much because I cry a lot at Disney. Like too much.